Alright guys, today I'm going to try something I've been meaning to try with a rub that I really love. We're going to be air frying a steak, which I've done in the past. I'm using my new Tovala air fryer oven for this though, so I want to see how that goes. I think I'm actually going to use the broil setting. We're going to go on an adventure, we're going to see if it works. We'll figure it out. But it needs a good seasoning, and if you've watched me in the past, I made a bunch of air fryer chicken wings using these seasonings from NA11, the Premium Everything Rub. And I love them. They've got a few different kinds. This is the basic one. It's the Premium Everything Rub. They've partnered with me on this to give you guys a discount. I think the code is POPPY, so link in the description if you're interested, if you want to try this out. I'll tell you more about it after I get it on the steak and we start eating it. I've only tried it on wings so far, so I'm excited to see how it tastes on the steak. But the idea is you can use this on everything. You could throw it on veggies, you could throw it on an omelet, you can put it on meat, you can do whatever. It's a versatile flavor. So I'm hoping it tastes good on steak. I expect it will. Let's give this a shot. Alright, so first things first, I got this cut from Costco. It was their cheapest cut, so I'm not expecting amazing things. I think it was like loin cut or something. It was way cheaper than the ribeye. But I got this. We're gonna pat it dry. That's gonna help us brown the exterior a little more easily. I don't have good ventilation in my apartment. I'm working on getting a little device to fix that maybe, but as it stands, I don't feel like playing with the smoke alarm today, so we're not gonna sear this in a pan. That's probably the best way, but we're going for easy. And that's kind of Everything Rub's kind of premise. They want cooking to be accessible and easy. And with that rub, you don't have to think about what to use on your food. You can cook up a quick, easy meal and just pop on the Everything Rub. And you know it's going to be good. You've used it, you've tried it on other things. It's going to elevate your dish. So I've got a perfectly dry steak here. And I am going to douse this thing in Everything Rub. Actually, first, I don't know if I need to do this. I saw that with a thick fat strip like that, you want to kind of cut it a bit. Give me a second, I'm going to take a knife and give it a few slats. Alright, so I made a couple slats in it. I don't know if that's actually going to do anything for me, but the idea is as it cooks, it'll spread out instead of curl up, if that makes sense. So see if that does anything for me. But next, we're going to hit this with a bunch of Everything Rub. And I'm just going to get it on there. I'm going to load up. And we're going to spread it on. Hopefully it's going to give it a nice color. I just shook some onto my shoes, so that's fun times of having an apartment kitchen and trying to film in it for YouTube. Doesn't really work out so hot. I don't want to use too much of this, but you got this giant steak. It's going to need a lot of flavor. I think this is going to do the trick. Got that. I mean, look at it. Yum, right? Alright, so next we're going to get this over to my little air fryer oven, which has a broil function, and we're going to broil it. Alright, so here's my Tovala oven. I've been using this to cook like pre-made meals that they send you, but you can use it for other stuff. So I've got the rack on the lowest part. I've got the air fryer basket and a foil-lined sheet tray. So quite honestly, all I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this steak, this delicious looking steak, get it on that basket, put that back on the medium rack. Make sure it's kind of lined up with my foil tray. Close this thing. We're going to go broil. I'm going to do, I don't know, it's a thick steak, so I want it to cook a bit more. I'm going to do a low broil, I guess. I don't know. Let's just start it. We're going to get it going. I want that steak at I want a perfect medium rare, right? So let me look at my temps again. I think I want to hit about 135, which means I want to take this thing out at 130. Because because it's going to raise about 5 degrees or so after it's done cooking, I think. I'm not an expert, and that's the whole trend here. You don't have to be an expert to just start making food that's going to taste pretty decent. Alright, so the 5 minutes on one side have finished. I don't know that I like what I'm seeing here. So what we have is a steak that's starting to cook, but not really. So what we're gonna do, pop him back in for a second here. We'll go back to that side. We're experimenting here, right? And that's my point. It's okay to do that. We're gonna flip this guy over. Get him back in. I think we're gonna see what happens if I do this with the high broil for 5 minutes. So, same deal, let's get everything pushed back in. Alright. Okay, close her up. Same deal, broil. We're gonna switch that to high. Give it 5 minutes on high and see what happens. Alright, so I don't think we're quite even close to done with this one yet, but we're going to do a little temperature check and make sure. One with this is I got to get both the tray and the air fryer basket. So there's where she's at so far. Quick temperature check says this thing is only at 89 degrees in there. Not even close, but it's certainly on its way. So, I think what we're gonna do, stick it back in there. And, I don't know, what would you do? Doesn't really help me right now, does it? So, I think this is going to be a longer cook than I anticipated, but I'm going to go back to a broil and low for another 5 minutes on this side. Then I think we're going to start getting closer, and I can finish it off with a 5-minute high broil on the other side. At the very least, we're going to see what happens after that. But here's another little close-up of you to watch it. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so, again, progress, but still not quite at all where we want to be. It's getting there. It's looking kind of nice. I'm going to give it another flip and a turn, actually. And we're going to hit this side with 5 minutes of broil. High broil. It's the only thing it hasn't seen. Temperature, we're at about 103. That's good. I think the high broil, 5 minutes, it's going to get us there. Let's keep going. If we have to, we can pull it out early. Alright, so check it out. I took it out exactly at 5. Give it a poke. It's going to get up to about 130 after I let it sit. Honestly, I'd rather have it be a little underdone than overdone. So we're going to let that keep setting. I'm going to give it a shot. Alright, here we have it. Honestly, for an air fried steak, and I say air fried, but I broiled it. You can do this in any oven, any toaster oven, anything with a broiler rather. It looks pretty good. I mean, part of that's the gorgeous everything rub, but looks good. It's got some crisp on the fatty parts. I mean, let's cut it and try it. Only one way to find out if it's really good or not, right? I'm gonna go right for the middle. Ooh, I can tell you the cook looks decent enough. I'll show you this without it getting too messy here, but speaking of messy, I'm filming this instead of watching Argentina in the World Cup, just saying. Look at that. Gorgeous pink. Honestly, looks surprisingly good. This is a huge piece, so I'm gonna cut that. But let's give it a shot. Really good. The only knock, that's on me, is I didn't cook it on a grill. I didn't cook it in a pan. I didn't get that super crispy exterior crust. But it's really good. I made it in what's essentially a toaster oven with a broiler. And I use this rub. Seasoning is everything. And I know I'm here promoting this. This stuff's great. Like I said, check it out in the description if you want to give it a shot. There's a discount code. But explore, try other things, try other seasonings, make your own. Seasoning is key, and it can make or break a meal. That's super tender too for the cheapest cut they had at Costco. I got 5 of these giant steaks for 45 bucks. Good value. Yum. All right. It's good. I don't have to throw out my lunch and eat something else. This came out spectacularly. They don't tell you exactly what's in here. It's got salt and it's got 11 herbs and spices. It's sweet, but it's also savory, but it's not overwhelming in either direction. It's not super salty. This one pretty much has no heat, though they have some other variants, like there's a spicy one to give you that if that's something you're looking for. A lot of these things rely on that as part of the flavor, but these guys nailed it without that. Really good on steak. Figured it would be, and it is. So check that out. Hope you enjoyed this, sort of. I'm enjoying eating it. So at least I have that going for me. Check them out. Small business out of, I believe, Seattle, somewhere in Washington. NA11 Everything, the Premium Everything Rub. I think this is the smaller size container, but it also comes in a Mondo size one. Go for the Mondo size, it's a better value, and you're gonna lather stuff up with this. I'll cook some more things with the rubs here. I'm trying to cook a little less fast food, but I think I'm eating Wendy's later, so anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm Poppy. This is Poppy Eats. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what your favorite rub is. Let me know if you've tried the Everything Rub. Hit that link there in the description. I've got tons of seasonings. Love seasoning. Way too much. So definitely interested in your thoughts. Thanks, guys. Take care.